Let me introduce you to Miss Shreya Ghoshal all the way from Mumbai, right here on the airwaves of Radio Caravan. Welcome, Shreya ji.
Thank you so much for...
Let me introduce you to Miss Shreya Ghoshal all the way from Mumbai, right here on the airwaves of Radio Caravan. Welcome, Shreya ji.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure and a treat. We were just playing some of your songs and I was completely blown away by the variety that you brought to the Indian Bollywood cinema with playback singing and incredible talent. Starting with, of course, Bairi Piya, one of the biggest blockbusters. So, Shreya ji, let me ask you a question. How, I understand that your music journey started at a very young age, at the age of 4, I believe, right?
Yeah. I mean, I started learning singing from that age, yes.
Singing at 4. And how did the journey progress when you were... See, it's a... Like they say, it's very hard to find talent, but once you find the talent, talent ko tarashna bhi padta hai. And that is all the riyaz, the practices, the rehearsals, the entire pageantry of how you go about taking a diamond in the rough and polishing it up and bringing it out. So how was that as a child for you? When you were growing up, you said, okay, I definitely have the talent. People are interested. I like singing. And how was that journey as a...
Oh my God. I wish I didn't have that much of wisdom at that age, to be very honest. But I would just say very simply, I think I found my first love of, you have to fall in love with an art. And it was very natural for me to fall in love with music. It gave me happiness from that very young age. And it was something which, it was as natural to me as breathing or, it's, गाना उस तरीके से आया मुझ में. But as you said, yeah, talent हो भी तो उसके बाद उसको तराशना जरूरी है. And there's a lot of hard work for that. And I'm thankful to my parents who took so much effort in making sure that I learned music. I heard the right music. I was surrounded by great, a collection of great songs. I was always exposed to good music all the time. And of course, I learned classical music, and my mom, I learned pretty much, I would say, I learned music from my mother. And then I definitely went to more gurus and learned more things. But I think सबसे बड़ी blessing for any artist is the, such a rich history of great music that we have. कि अगर हम पुराने गाने सुनते रहे ना, तो उसमें पूरी schooling आपकी उधर ही हो जाती है. To become a complete musician in India, you have to listen to the great music that has already been done by the greats. So I think कुल मिला के इस तरह से हुआ, and I was too young to realize that this would finally become my career, but it was my first love. And there were times जब बोलते हैं ना कि बचपन में ऐसे कहानियां काफी होंगी जो when you have to sacrifice a bit of that childhood to, dedicate that much time to riyaz, and I have done that. And I am so glad I did that. Kabhi wo bura lagta tha. It would be like annoying. Why am I asked to sit for 2 hours, 3 hours in the morning and then once again in the evening to do riyaz? Baki dost khel rahe hain bahar or I'm not getting to. But all of that paid off, I guess. That's why the foundation is somewhere, I would say, strong.
Well, you know what? We are so thankful that you took time out to do that, because you gave us the hit after hit after hit. Like they say, I mean, it was the first love, and first love ki baat hi kuch alag hoti hai. Whether it's your profession, whether it's a career, and whether it's your it's incredible, and like they say, it's a labor of love, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And I've read
I
sometime
think you found for any career, आप किसी भी profession में हो, अगर आप जो कर रहे हैं उसमें आपको पूरी तरह से खुशी मिल रही है ना, then you will just flourish and you go different places. So that's the beauty of passion. Passion has to be there in anything that you take up in life.
Absolutely, सही बताया आपने, सही कहा आपने श्रेया जी. In fact, passion is the one that people get started with the motivation. But it's the passion that keeps you going when the chips are down, when the lights are out, when nobody's around. It's the passion जो अंदर से जो होता है ना कि यार मुझे कुछ करना है, I have a voice and I want to take it to a stage.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. And you won so many awards, 4 Filmfare Awards, 7 Filmfare Awards, 4 National Film Awards. So let me ask you, I mean, artist at heart is an artist at heart, right? I mean, it's the journey that they are really enjoying rather than the destinations or any awards or rewards or platforms that they get. So when you were...
correctly pointed out, yes.
Thank you so much. In fact, like I was saying, I was reading something. You talked about the talent को तराशने की जो बात होती है. So a lot of people are talented, but I read some time back and it was so true. It said hard work will beat talent all day long if talent refuses to work hard. And you not only had talent, but you sacrificed. And sacrifices are essential for success, not just for the outward success, but for the inner confidence. When someone sacrifices the confidence that they get because they say, no, I am not doing something that other kids my age are doing, but I am sacrificing this for something higher in life. If you can talk to that, because in a generation where we are right now, where everything is instant, sacrifice is underrated right now.
Wow. Yeah, you're talking absolute sense, and it's just so true. I really feel that talking about the ability to access any kind of medium today, it's all about instant, results. That is kind of ruining the ecosystem of staying a student, learning things, and learning cannot happen. Especially music and art forms can't be learned in weeks and months, and not even in years. It takes eons to get there sometimes. So I feel that is one thing which is kind of disappearing, and that value is disappearing in absolutely the new generation who is taking up music. क्योंकि वो sincerity दिखाने के लिए कोई नहीं है. They are all ready to learn how to get there, but I think the role models or the way it is shown to people that there is, you can go on YouTube and you can put a song and there's instant, gratification out of likes and comments, but that's not the ultimate goal in this. So you're absolutely right about that. I agree.
Shreya ji, I am resonating so well with what you're saying, because it's like they say, it's the journey that prepares you for the final destination. Sometimes when you start on the journey, you say, who am I to think that I will win this award? But it's the journey that you undertake that prepares you for the award and the rewards that come as a process of taking up upon that journey. Let me ask you a question, Shreya ji. Let's step back a little bit to Saregama days. Right. So that's when you were just stepping into the limelight, and हर एक को होता है ना थोड़ा nervousness होता है यार कि I hope the right tone, right tune comes out. What was the feeling when you were stepping into the limelight with Saregama at that time? How old were you by the time?
You know what? I think when I was 11 years old when I first came on Saregama as a kid, child contestant. But I had judged eventually a lot of shows also. And I always feel that, oh my God, we were so naive. We were such nervous bunch of kids who were coming there. And we were nervous for a reason. तभी ये television shows, the glamour of TV have not started. That was very new. That time पहली बार इस तरह के बड़े shows होने शुरू हुए. तब ये reality show भी नहीं था. It was purely a music competition. There was no, it was only judges वहाँ पे decide करें कि तुम आगे जाओगे कि नहीं. वहाँ पे अच्छी बातें हो रही बस music से related. There were no, backstories, no nothing. Nobody knew कि वो जो खड़ा है स्टेज पे उसकी जर्नी क्या है. वो they only knew कि वहाँ पे आई है, उसकी आवाज अच्छी है, उसको अच्छे कमेंट्स मिले. जजेस पैनल में उस्ताद जाकिर खान साहब बैठे हैं, अनिल विश्वास जी बैठे हैं, ओपी नैयर साहब बैठे हैं, कल्याण जी आनंद जी, ऐसे गुणी लोग बैठे हुए हैं. So I think उस वक्त the nervousness definitely, whenever I go back and look at these clips of, because these are there on YouTube and everywhere almost, and I said कि मैं इतनी nervous थी कि मैंने mic भी ठीक से नहीं पकड़ा था, मेरा mic टेढ़ा था, it was off. I was not even singing on the mic. I was so nervous in those days, and the fact that those things just happened, because तब ऐसा लग रहा था कि म्यूजिक ही उतनी सी तो चीज है और तो कुछ नहीं चाहिए. If you can sing well, that's all. And eventually you start learning about the life of becoming a performer, singer. But still before that, it's all about singing. And I guess जब मैं देवदास में थी, my first film, I was pretty equally naive at that time. I had no idea about how to do a film song. What is, projection of voice and expressions, and there are so many different elements in singing in films. I did not know any of that. I had no training, and these things only you learn in experience over the years with different people. You're working, you're learning every day. I learn from my seniors, my contemporaries, my colleagues, even the newcomers. I'm constantly evolving. So that has been a journey. Quite a large journey that way.
You know what? Thank you for taking on that journey, Shreya. As much as it would have been very uncertain at the start of the journey, we really appreciate and thank you, and are grateful that you took upon that journey with full on. Like they say, you have to dig deeper to reach higher. And let me ask you.
And for उसमें मेरे माँ बाप का ही सबसे बड़ा contribution है. I had no idea what I was doing. It's thanks to my dad and his brave decisions that otherwise, honestly, आज अगर वो decision नहीं लिया गया होता उस वक्त, मैं definitely engineering IIT गई हुई होती, like all my other friends. I would have been doing that. Of course, would have done music, but not have taken up the career. So
wow.
I owe it to my parents.
Thank you for mentioning about your parents, because a lot of us are a product of our environment, and thanks to the decisions that our parents made when we were not able to make the right decisions for the long term. In the short term, this would have been better, but then long term, it actually pays off. And thank you for paying that tribute to your parents. Would you like to give a shout out to your mom and dad, Shreya ji?
Oh, absolutely. Shout out, they're always with me, and my dad travels with me. Sometimes mom also does. So when I come in Dallas, he's going to be there. He's always been my backbone, always there silently standing behind. He's my silent force. And I don't travel to any city. In any concert that I do, he's always with me.
That is awesome. Thank you for saying that. For listeners who just tuned into Radio Caravan, we're talking to the one and only Shreya Ghoshal. Yes, she's going to be performing live in concert with Live Symphony Orchestra on August 25th at Curtis Culwell Center in Garland. If you haven't gotten your tickets, do get your tickets. So let me talk to you about the more recent upcoming developments that are happening. A lot of people are saying, man, Shreya Ghoshal is coming and she has done an amazing number in Kalank and stuff. So what's in the works right now, Shreya ji?
A lot of interesting things are happening. Actually, प्रॉब्लम ये है कि मैं कुछ बोल नहीं सकती हूँ कि मैंने ये गाना गाया, इस फिल्म के लिए गाया. बस ये कह सकती हूँ कि बहुत अच्छे लोगों के साथ कोलैबोरेशन हो रही है, बहुत अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट्स है. There's some really big films which are slated to release this year end and then following year. And I could just, इतना मैं कह सकती हूँ, the variety of music is crazy. So I have some really beautiful romantic tracks which are coming. At the same time, there are these quirky, what I say, कहाँ उसको क्या genre में डाला है पता नहीं जाए, मतलब मुजरा है या कुछ funky गाना है तो कुछ romantic गाने हैं, but they're all very interesting things which are happening. But I feel it's always too premature to talk about कौन सी film कौन सा गाना, because you don't know till the end क्या रहेगा.
Spoken like a true humble professional that you are. Thank you so much for mentioning that, because I was trying to uncover a little bit, but of course you stopped me right there in my tracks, rightfully so, and understandably so.
Let's talk about, I feel that in this year also, so as you mentioned Kalank, जैसे घर मोरे परदेसिया was such a delight to be a part of a track like this, क्योंकि इस तरह के गाने बहुत rare हैं, जहाँ पे it is a singer's song, like a singer can really do a lot of things in a song like that.
Right.
So these are my dream songs. If I have a Ghar More Pardesiya, it's amazing. At the same time, I had you know what, you need comic reliefs in life also. You can't be all the time about serious music. So then
Absolutely.
you have to have fun. So we have a slow motion from Bharat to the very soft, fragile romantic song like Ye Aina from Kabir Singh. The reggae rendition of Hame Tumse Pyar Kitna. And I've had a very fantastic year start, and I'm looking forward to the other crazy songs which are going to come ahead.
Absolutely. We are looking forward. We are eagerly sitting on the edge of our seat, biting our nails, looking forward to your upcoming releases.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shreya ji, can you give a shout out for the listeners of Radio Caravan in Dallas and talk about your 25th concert?
Yes, firstly, a big hello to all the people who are listening to me right now, or Dallas के सभी सुनने वाले Radio Caravan के सारे listeners को ढेर सारा प्यार, and you guys are doing an amazing job. You are connecting people to their true roots. Hindustani music सुनने का एक ही जरिया है. And I'm looking forward to coming to Dallas on 25th of August, which is happening at the Curtis Culver Center. And I'm really happy that I'm coming back to Dallas after a long time. Honestly, it's been a long time, and I've been waiting to come back and sing for you all. And I have had an extraordinary experience every time I've come. Dallas की audience special है, और उसमें कोई शक नहीं है. इतनी versatile, इतनी energetic audience होती है Dallas की कि उसमें तो कोई शक ही नहीं कि इतना मजा आएगा उस दिन. So also I know that since I'm coming with my full-fledged, it's a stage full of people. It's like 35 musicians, so it's a larger-than-life town. So anyway, मेरे ज़्यादातर जो गाने हैं, चाहे वो दीवानी मस्तानी हो, घूमर हो या नगाड़ा सम ढोल, या जितने भी गाने हैं, वो बहुत cinematic and grandeur से भरे हुए गाने हैं. तो उसको I'll be able to perform it in the same scale with my live musicians, and they're a very talented bunch of musicians. So I'm very excited that I'll be able to do this particular concert, and I hope that I see you all there. And Radio Caravan के थ्रू जितने लोग सुन रहे हैं, टिकट अभी बुक कर लीजिए और 25th को मिलेंगे, धमाल करेंगे.
बहुत ही धमाल होने वाला है, धूम मचने वाली है. और थैंक यू श्रेया जी फॉर दैट incredible few minutes of your time. We're looking forward to the 25th concert with Shreya Ghoshal live with Symphony Orchestra at Curtis Culwell Center. Thank you, Shreya ji.
Yes. Thank you. Lovely talking to you. Bye.
Thank you so much.